The backyard is a terrifying place filled with nightmares feasting on your fears, but with a little tenacity and some friends at your side, even you can pull through the night. Hello friends, my name is Codiak, one half of the team behind Legion Gaming, and today we're shrinking down to check out Obsidian Entertainment's brand new survival game Grounded to determine if it's truly worth your time. For many, Grounded is a game decades in the making. You play as one of 4 kids that's been shrunk down to the size of an insect after a freak scientific accident. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in video game form, and it's something fans have been asking for years. Like most survival games, you're left to fend for yourself with very little direction and a whole lot of questions burning in the back of your mind. You'll spend your first few hours exploring, and what an experience that is. The change of perspective completely warps the mind and makes every second enjoyable, even if you do run across one of the backyard's more hostile creatures. If you're anything like me, you'll most likely change up your view from first to third person, a seamless possibility that gives everyone a chance to see the backyard the way they like. Once you get your bearings, it's time to start making some decisions. Do you follow the vague quests that populate the top of your screen? Or do you carve out your own corner of the backyard and call it your own? The choice is yours, but unlike most survival games, story is definitely at the heart of Grounded. We won't ruin anything here for potential new players, but there are secrets and story elements waiting to be discovered. Now we should say that Grounded is still in early access, but the team at Obsidian has done an incredible job laying the foundation for future content with the game. The possibilities are endless, and if you checked out any of our other Grounded videos, you'll start to see pretty quick how much potential the game really has. The story is the biggest victim here. As I'm making this video, only 20% of the completed story is in the game, and it's noticeable. A quest-minded person will get through all of the available content in about a half hour, and that has the potential to be a big issue for a lot of players. Luckily, what's available for story content isn't all the breadth and scope of the game. There's plenty more to see and do, from crafting new equipment, building a base, and fighting off the voracious insects hunting you down. Each system in the game is well on its way to being complete. Combat is accessible, but simple. You won't need to worry about complicated button combinations or a million unique abilities. Fighting is straightforward, but still gratifying. There are a number of melee and ranged weapons, and they each function a bit different. At this point, combat is one of the weaker aspects of the game, but it's in a good place. Throughout early access, this will definitely be one of the sticking points for players. If the fighting remains this basic, it may turn some people off, but with the right adjustments, it could be one of the highlights of the game. Grounded wouldn't be a true survival game without some serious base building, and here again the team is on the right path, taking ideas from other titles and blending them together to give players a satisfying base building experience. The game makes great use of a blueprint system that allows groups to design their builds before committing resources. Once the plans have been set, collecting resources and hauling them back to base is challenging without being an unbearable experience. If there was one thing lacking with the current state of building, it's just more. Because the game is in early access, there isn't a ton of variety, but more than enough to get players interested in the game. Now, because you're small and in a backyard, you won't be harvesting wood and ore, but instead, you'll be spending your time cutting down blades of grass and breaking apart sap clumps. It's a fun change, and once again, it's because of the perspective shift. It starts with a rock-solid core idea, but it works because of the execution. With the promise of monthly updates, it's only a matter of time before we see new building options implemented into the game. Crafting is another area of Grounded that will feel familiar to most players that have picked up a survival game. Out in the world, you'll harvest and collect basic materials, and back at base, you'll combine what you've collected to craft weapons, armor, and other essentials that will make surviving just a bit easier. Crafting isn't complicated. Collect the resources, bring them back to your workbench, and create what you need. It's a simple formula that's been around for a while now, and it works. While Grounded isn't the most complicated survival game, there is one massive thing we haven't talked about yet, and that's the insects. From tiny little aphids to hulking stink bugs, there is no shortage of creepy crawlers in the backyard. Each brings something unique to the table, and each can be killed and harvested for precious resources used to make powerful items. While killing a weevil or gnat won't make you feel like a warrior, taking down one of the game's apex predators will. Orb weaver and wolf spiders are truly terrifying, especially at night, and the team behind the design of the creatures has found a way to make them intimidating, challenging, but not impossible. You have to learn the backyard, learn the insects' behaviors, and then adapt accordingly. It's not a truly adaptive AI, but as a player, you need to learn all the ins and outs before you can master the challenge. If you're someone that may have a problem sharing space with some 8-legged neighbors, Grounded offers an arachnophobia mode that makes things a bit more bearable. It's a nice feature that offers players some flexibility to still enjoy everything the backyard has to offer. And boy, does it have a lot to offer. Because of the concept, the team can take the game in a million different directions and completely change the player experience. With monthly updates on the horizon and new biomes and new challenges awaiting us, there's no telling what other adventures are waiting just around the corner. So at the end of the day, we return to the original question: is Grounded worth your time? And the answer is a resounding yes. Grounded is ripe with potential, and while it's not Game of the Year quality just yet, it's well on its way to being one of the best survival games we've seen in a long time. The team has a huge opportunity to build on a solid foundation, fix the things that hold the game back, and implement new features and systems that will allow Grounded to stand up as one of the best in the genre. I haven't been this excited about a game in quite some time. The team at Obsidian has struck gold with a concept that's resonating with tens of thousands around the world. They just need to capitalize to create something truly remarkable. We hope this video helped you figure out if Grounded is worth your time. If you enjoyed this series and want more worth your time videos in your feed, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing to Legion Gaming. You can also check us out on Discord. Our community of over 5,000 members is spread across dozens of great games, so click that link below and join the Legion. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legion Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.